So we are going to start that object-oriented programming language. So which means we are entering to that advanced concepts what we require for our project implementation. Like, see here, as we know that in Python everything is an object. So whatever the thing we are using in Python, like everything like a class name or anything will be a object. So what's the use of object? The major purpose of the object is to call or get the information regarding that function or a method or a class. So where we need a object concept here. So what are the concept we are going to cover in this concept of object oriented programming here we're going to cover, that is the objects, classes, that is what is a class keyword and how to use this class keyword, and creating class attributes, and creating a methods in the class, and also we'll learn about inheritance, we'll learn about polymorphism, and uh, some special methods for the classes we'll use here. Okay, so that is a static class or instance method, instance class, like we'll learn something like that. Okay, so just here we are going to create one variable of list here. So this list consists of three values which are elements of the list. 1 2 3 are the elements of the given list of lst. So here if you want to call the method, for example, how to call this method, for example, if you want to count that how many elements in this one, how many of particular element, repeated number of element, how many times 2 we have, how many times we have 3, how many times we have 1. Some inbuilt functions we have it which will be called with the help of object. Here lst is a variable name, dot count we are adding to with this one. So which means we are trying to find that how many number of times this particular 2 will have. So just we run this one and we are going to execute this one, will give the result here. See, if I increase 2 comma 2 comma 2, see, I'm writing 2 for 5 times. If I run this one, if I try to execute this one, it will give the 5 times it's given. See how it's depending on that one. So see how we are explaining the concept here, how we are creating an object of list here. We are creating object with a variable name. Okay, see some functions already we gone through it, how to create a function, how to call that function. Okay, we know it. See here, just I wanted to find that some inbuilt functions we have it, that is a type. Type is a function which gives that what is the type of the value, whether it is integer or a tuple or a dictionary or a set or a list or a float, what is string or not. Just we are going to, we are using a print of type of one here, which means what is the type of one here, as we know that one is an integer, so that's why it's giving is integer. And type of uh, square brackets, which means an empty list we created, it's an empty list here. As well, tuples can be created by using brackets, and curly brace can be used to create a dictionary like DACT. So this type function is giving us to data type of the particular thing what we given inside of the type function. Okay, it's like just we are knowing that what is the object behind of this concept here. What is the object for this one? Object of this one is like a list is object. Just as we know that is a data type, but indirectly we are showing that here we are giving brackets instead of list, but behind of this square brackets we have list is an object like it. So that means we how we are creating it. So let us move on to that class. What is the exact class keyword? Class is a keyword. How will you use that one? So we'll use a object. If you want to create an object by using a class keyword, we're going to create an object by using that class keyword. Class is a keyword which is used to create the object. Okay, how will you create it? So is generally a class which means of an object or a class which consists of all the information, like which consists of variables and also methods. What are the information it will consist of? What variables and methods information will be holded, which means a blueprint. A blueprint means before construction of a building, if you want to construct your own house, what we do, we'll have a blueprint. Inside of that blueprint, we have number of bedrooms or number of floors, is the balcony and stuff, or like bedrooms and a kitchen and hall and everything will be built. Which means we are mentioning a clear information about that house. Likewise, here class is a variable which hold that a blueprint of that function or construction, how we are constructing that classes. The class which can hold that variables and methods, that is the properties and what is the objects we are doing here. See here, there we have a how to create the class here. Just we are going to create a class here with the help of class variable. CLASS is a class variable as a keyword, is a class name. Sample is a class name. Inside of this one, we are not writing anything, like just we are making an example how to create a class here. So class must be, if you want to create a class, if you want to call that class, we must create an object reference variable for that class. How we are creating object reference variable, which means an instance of, we'll say instance. Sample is a class name of brackets we used. It is assigned to a variable x here. X is here is called an object reference variable. Is a reference variable to that class. With this reference variable, we can access the members of this class. Whatever the members will have inside of the class can be accessed by using object reference variable from outside of the class. If you want to access the members of the class from outside of the class, we must require an class variable, or else we can also access by using class name directly, but it's better to use that object reference variable instead of its class name here. So how we are making it, just we want to know that what is the type of the class here. In general, everything is a main class, is a main class. That's why it's given that main underscore underscore main underscore underscore dot sample here. So how we are working with this one. Okay, so let us move on to that. What some of the attributes we'll discuss. What are the attributes we'll have inside of this ones here. So here, in general, if you want to create an attribute, just we have that self instance, that is self dot attribute. Whatever the attribute we are creating equal to something, what we'll write instead of something, we can write anything here. So inside of the in a inside the class, there will have a special method is called a constructor. So that is the attribute we have, that init underscore underscore init underscore underscore. Okay, so this is also called as a constructor. Well, we'll say that one, this is a constructor, is a special attribute. Okay, by default this special method will be executed, the constructor will be executed at the time of object creation. See, inside of the class we have a class of dog. Inside of this dog class we have a default, that is a command method, is a method nothing but we are defining a method. This is an instance method we are using here, which is called constructor. If that a name which consists of underscore underscore init underscore underscore, and which have at least one parameter, that is self is a default parameter. Along this one we have that breed, what is the type of the dog breed we are going to use. So inside of this constructor we are creating instance variables here. Self dot breed equal to breed, just we are assigning, we are creating an instance variable. The purpose of instance variable is for only temporary purpose. When this constructor will be executed, we'll call this constructor will be executed at the time of object creation. See, here we are creating an object for the class of dog. For the class of dog we are creating an object. At the time of object creation, this constructor will be executed. So that is a very important point you have to remember. The constructor will be executed at the time of object reference variable creation. Here we are creating object for the class of dog. That's at the time this constructor will be executed automatically. That means self variable instance variables will be created. For that instance variable we are passing a value, that is lab. Okay, and when we create a constructor again, when we are going to create one more object, then when we are passing the value husky. See, when we call these two, when we create two object reference variable for the same class, the constructor will be executed two times here. Okay, so that's why created is called automatically right after object has been created. The object, at the time of object creation, this constructor will be called automatically. There is no need of calling that constructor from outside of the class. But other than this constructor, we have to call from outside of the class to execute that method. This class nothing but which can hold multiple or more than one method. With this class name we can execute these methods. Okay, So that's the way we'll use it constructor here. So just here, Sam is a variable and breed is a method. Just a breed is a method. In general, breed is a variable, instance variable. So if when you try to access that instance variable, see, breed is inside of that constructor. We're accessing with the help of Sam. When we access that instance variable of breed of constructor with the help of the Sam object reference variable, it will give the lab. When we access the same breed instance variable with the help of Frank, it will give the result husky. See, that's the difference. So with the help of the same instance variable can be used for two different object reference variables. For two different object reference variable. One is for we are using with the help of Sam, and other one we are using for with the Frank. Okay, two we are using it for the two different instance variables of same variable for two different object reference variables. Results is giving different. It's giving the different results for that different object reference variables here. Okay. Then next one, just we are going to work with that some more examples to understand better. So here, instead of an instance variable, here we are using a local variable for the class of dog. So this is a species, we have that mammal, and inside of this one, after this one, class object attribute we are creating here. After this one, we are creating a constructor. We're creating a constructor with the two parameters along with the self. One is breed and name of the dog here. Here we are creating two instance variables. One is the breed with the self dot breed, and other one is self dot name. Here we are creating two different instance variables for the constructor of init underscore underscore. See, when we are creating an object reference variable for the dog class, there we need to pass two parameters. One is the name of that breed of that dog along with that name of the dog. Two we are passing it. At the time when we call that Sam dot name, only name, I want to get name, then it's simply that Sam. When you want to get that only breed species, what is the species? The species which consists of a mammal. Let's give in the spaces here. So that's the way how we are accessing that members of a class by using that object reference variable. See, we are accessing that instance variables with the help of object reference variable. Here Sam is a object reference variable. Just we are creating a reference to access the members of the class. With this reference, we are accessing those members. Okay, instead of using a class name, directly we can call them with the help of object reference variable. This object reference variable have a direct relation with this class name, because with that class name only we are creating this object reference variable. Okay, just we are creating of it. So next thing, coming to the methods. Okay, so coming to the methods, what is exactly method? So like methods are functions which define inside body of the class. So where we write that methods will write inside of the class. See, here constructor is like a method. We are writing a method def. Method is a constructor because it have a special name. The name of that method name is underscore underscore init underscore underscore. That's why it's called a constructor. And we can also create user defined methods which can perform different operations like it. So here let us take one example of circle. We have a class name of circle here, and instead of this one we are taking one attribute that is like a variable which we are taking a pi equal 3.14 value, and inside of this circle class we are creating a constructor. We are creating constructor here. So what's the constructor we are creating here? The constructor we are creating which consists of the two things. One is a radius and other thing is a area. So in the radius we are passing the value of radius in by default. See, default parameter we kept, the default parameter which consists of value default is 1. When we will not give any value, when you will not pass a parameter to the constructor, in default it takes radius equal to 1. So when we want to find that area of symbol can be find pi r square. So there's, we know that circle is a class name. We are accessing this pi with the help of class name. Radius into circle dot pi. That result will be stored in the variable of area. So which will be happened inside the constructor. This part will be executed at the time of object creation. Now we are going to create methods. What are the methods will be created here? Here, set radius. Here if we don't have the new radius, by default it takes 1. When the user gives a new radius, then it will take that new radius and here will be applied. Self dot radius, when we are finding that radius, that is area, new radius into new radius dot self dot pi. See, instead of class name here, directly we are using instance variable, that is self dot pi. With the help of self, we're accessing this pi value. Okay, gets circumference. So how we are finding circumference? So as we know that is simply writing self dot radius into pi. So that means 2 pi. So how we are making that? Simply self dot pi into 2 pi r. Just to 2 pi r we are making it. Circumference will be finded here. Here two methods we have, which consist of, one is finding area, other one is finding circumferences. In this radius function, which we are passing the value of new radius, but in that circumference we are not passing any value. We are not passing any value. Default it's taking that radius from here itself. Okay, when you pass that radius will be taken. So now we created a methods inside of the class, where we are creating inside of the class. Now we are going to call those. How do you call it? Here we are creating an object reference variable for the class of circle. That object reference variable is C. Now with the help of C we can get those. See, if you want to get the radius, see, as we know that this constructor will be executed at the time of object creation. So that means the first part of this inside class, this part will be executed at the time of object creation. When we write this line, when we execute this line, automatically this part will also be executed. Now but if you want to execute these parts to define set radius and also define, that is get circumference, when I execute this we must call them. See, just that's why what we are doing, we are finding, when you find that when you call this circumference, then only it will be executed. Okay, when you call this one, then only it will be executed. See, pi r square, sir, how we got this radius area? This area is belongs to this one, because the constructor will be automatically executed and the area will be updated automatically. What's the area will be holded? Radius 1 into 1 into 3.14. 1 into 1 into 3.14 will be result 3.14. So that's why we got the result is area is 3.14. When you're finding circumference, now the radius will be, we are not passing any parameter here. See, that's why defaultly the default radius will be taken here, this value. Okay, so that is 2 into 3.14, as we know 2 into 3.14, 6.28. So we are not passing anything in this one. Okay, that's the thing. But when you want to pass some value, with the help of object reference variable, we are calling the method of set radius. Now we are executing this method. Now we are executing this method. When we are executing this method, we must pass a value new radius. So that's why, what is the radius we are passing here? 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 3.14 will get it 12.56. And 2 pi r, so that is 2 pi r, the value can also be same, 3 point, that's 12.56. 2 into 3.14 into 2, 4 into again 3.14, we'll get 12.56. So we are making it. See, while we calling a method from outside of the class, that is a user defined, that must be called with the help of object reference variable. How we are calling? See, c dot, we are clearly mentioning that c dot get circumference, c dot get circumference. Okay, then later. So next we'll move to that inheritance. What is the mean of inheritance? See, for example, when we have the two classes, when you have two classes, if you want to inherit the properties from one class to other class, for example, we already created one class, but we want to get the same information from other class to other class, then we have that inheritance concept. How it will be done? See here, just I'm going to create the two classes, different classes here. One class name is animal, other class name is dog. We are creating a relation between, we are making a relation between this dog to the animal. How we are creating a animal and dog? We are making animal is a parent class to the child class of dog. See, animal is the parent class. Inside of the parent class of animal, we have that subclasses, that is dog or cat or elephant. All these are comes under animals. Here dog, cat, animal, elephant or anything like will comes under a child classes. How we are making relation? Simply we are making relation, just we are keeping name of the parent class inside of the dog class like a parameter. We are writing name of the parent class in dog class, that is a child class, as a parameter. Now the dog class and this animal class have a relation. That now what are the things which are available in the animal class can also be accessed by this dog class, because as we know that we can use the properties of our parents or grandfathers, because we have a right to use that properties. Likewise, without having a relation we cannot. How it will be happen? We are making a relation, we are passing the name of the parent class as a parameter in the class of the child class. Now we can use the properties of these who am I and it can be used from here. See, just what how we are getting it here. Animal is a class name of parent. Inside of that child class constructor, we are calling that constructor of the parent class. See, we are calling this constructor from that child class with the help of class name of parent class, not with the child class. Inside of the child class, we are using the parent class name dot underscore underscore init underscore underscore. So now just dog it, which means the dog will be created. Just we are printing inside of the constructor, dog is created. As we know that when we create a object reference variable for this dog, this constructor will be executed, and parallel parent class constructor can also be executed at a time. We are executing two constructor classes, two constructors at a time. By creating object reference variable for the child class, two constructors will be created automatically, because we are writing parent class constructor inside of the child class constructor. Okay, so now we are going to call it. When we call it, see, animal is created and dog created. So where we have this animal created in message, that is we have in inside of the parent class constructor. That information we have in parent class constructor. Okay, so that's why we are calling, when we create an object reference, that will be automatically created. See, this d is an object reference variable for the class of child, not for the dog, that is the parent class. With the parent child class object reference variable, if I call that method who am I, see, that who am I we have in parent class and also same in child class. The first priority will go to with that child class. So that's why in child class what we have dog, but in parent class we have animal. So that's why when we call that who am I method with the help of child class object reference variable, because we created a object reference variable for the child class, when you call this method, automatically this child class method only will be executed. When we write it, d dot eat, see where we are eating eat, eat is eat is not there in that child class. Eat we have only in parent class. See, which means when we have the similar classes in parent class and child class, when you have the same name of the methods in the parent class and child class method have more priority than that parent class method. That's why when we call that a method with the child class object reference variable, child class method only will be executed, not that parent class method. But when we don't have the same names, when we call from child class, parent class method will be executed. See, that's why eat method is not there in the child class, but in parent class we have it. So with the help of object reference variable of D, automatically it will be executed. See, that's why eating is. When you write bark, only child class have that bark method. Okay, we don't have that bark method in the parent class. That's why this will be executed. Okay, when we have that different methods, the first priority or second priority, if we have both are same, then the priority will be decided, or else it can be executed either parent class method or child class method. Okay, so that is inheritance concepts, we have it. Next thing, we have that polymorphism. What is poly? Means many forms. See, polymorphism means for the same, we have the different number of arguments or different number of methods, we have it. Polymorphism is, so how we have the different behaviors in front of the, see, student have the different behavior in front of the parent and different behavior in front of the friends. The same person have the two characters. In front of the parents will be different, in front of the parents will be different, in front of the teachers will be different. One person have the multiple operators, like a star symbol. Star can be used for the multiplication. Star can also be used for repetition operator. And the plus symbol can be used to perform addition of two numbers, can also be used to concatenate two strings. See, one symbol for the two purposes. So likewise, we have the polymorphism. See here, one method, one class we have it, another class we have cat. Two classes we have it. So both the classes doesn't have any direct relation here. We are not making any one of these one is a parent, any one of these as a child. But dog class have that constructor with the instance variable name, and we have the speak method, which is returning that self dot name plus says some sound, oof. And cat, when you come to the cat, the name, same instance variables we are creating in the cat class as well as dog class. But when you come to the speak method, here we are giving that says woof and says meow. We give the two different sounds for the two different functions here. Just I'm going to create an object reference variable for the dog, that is Nico. We are passing Nico, and when we are passing Felix, just we have cat. For the cat class, we get Felix. We are passing Felix as. See, when we Nico.speak, only this will be executed. And this, because see, just we have to observe the thing is, the speak is a same function in different classes. When we call that part, that only will be executed. See, our behavior will be changed. We cannot be in, so how we will behave in front of the parents, we cannot behave like in front of the parents. Will be different. We cannot. So based on the situation, we can change the characters. So likewise, here the speak is the same function which have in the same program, but in different classes. The speak function in dog class will be different. Speak function in cat class will be different. The behaviors will be of the speak classes are different in different classes. Okay, so that is called polymorphism, how we are making of it. So when you change it, that will be automatically changed. Okay, so just we are making with the different functions. When we pass it, Nico will be different, Felix will be different. That is the examples we've given here. Okay, so some more common practices we'll do in that same, like, so that is with the different classes we done. Now we're going to work with that parent class and child class. This is a parent class of animal, which are the speak is a method, and in the child class also we have the same method but different behaviors. Okay, so and we have that one more cat class. For this cat also, animal is a parent. We have that one parent animal, two child classes. One is dog is child and a cat is a child class. Two child classes for the animal. Just for all these three classes have that speak function with different behaviors. Okay, so here just we are using the raise keyword to not implementation error. Okay, just we are raising that error when we use that in method abstract classes. So when we call that with the object reference variable fido dot speak, it will say that arrays dot speak, it will say that nothing will be different, it's executing. So based on the call, the behaviors will be changed here. So that means with the different class names we can use that polymorphism concept. With the child and parent class can also be used in polymorphism concept here. So with the help of this one, there is no need of confusing with the same function names in different classes. So which is explaining about thing is we can use the same class names in same method names in different classes, or same class same method names in parent class and child classes also. Nothing will be happen. Okay, so the next some special methods what we have in this one here. So let us move on that what are the functions we have it. See, some function special functions like constructor underscore underscore init underscore underscore is a constructor which we are passing that book title, author and pages, number of pages. And also string we have that is a constructor, one more constructor like underscore underscore str underscore underscore, so which is used to print that information of that about the book. Like we are using a format specifiers here, title percentile s percentile s percentile s we are using here. So based on the format specifier, when you use the percentile of brackets, first parameter will be assigned to the first percentile symbol, that is a format specifier, and the second value parameter will be assigned to that second format specifier, and third will be assigned to that third format. And we have that one more special method, that is the length, which gives the number of pages. And we have this delete, just if you want to delete that book, it simply displays that destroy. See, just we are going to create an object reference available for this book class. While we creating, we must pass the parameters, that is python rocks and this pachala, and number of pages are 159. Just we are passing it. So just when you try to print a book variable which consists of all the information will be created, and later on length function, when you use it, number of pages will be printed here. And when you try to delete the book del, then automatically the information will be deleted what we given here. Okay, just we given that some extra methods we have will be available. Like this we have many methods in that python will be available here, like underscore underscore delete and all the methods will be. Okay, so this is information we discussed in this concept here. So how we are creating a class, and how we are creating object reference available for that class, and how we use that polymorphism, how we use that inheritance. Okay, so these things we discussed in this concept of object oriented first class. Okay, so the next one, object oriented homework, I'm going to send for you. So I'll upload this in again in that github. You have to work with that. I'll share that in. So I think some of you worked on previous work. So if you do work on that one, then only if I get any submissions, then only I can know that are you attempted to work with that assignment. If you'll not get it, then I'll explain it. Okay, so this is the object challenges we'll have that. I'll also upload that object oriented challenge in a github. You have to work on that. You have to work on that and you have to submit it. So which are very important to gain some complete a practical project oriented concepts here. So without doing these uh, examples practice, you cannot understand while we working with the project development. So these are the basic concepts we worked here. So already explained about some basic same related information I'm giving here. You can work with that one. You can easily get that answers also, no problem.